Welcome to Expert Connections. I'm Julie Holton with a special interview today focusing on elder law. I'm here with Amanda Martin, an attorney at Foster Swift Law Firm. Amanda, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Amanda, now you focus your practice on estate planning and estate administration, which includes elder law. This is such an important topic. May is National Elder Law Month. How should we be celebrating?
The best way to celebrate Elder Love Month is to contact seniors that you know and their family member and just encourage them to put together a plan to help protect them. What we're focusing on is helping them protect their independence, which is the most important, and also their assets.
Making sure that they're making those plans instead of the state perhaps having to step in. So, how and what type of planning will help protect seniors?
I would say that most of the planning that would be important is estate planning and also long-term care planning. We want to find out what our clients' wishes are and clearly identify them and formalize their wishes in legal documents to assure that their wishes are carried out, both during their lifetimes and after they pass away. And this is so important to do to maintain their independence and protect their assets. And I just simply can't think of anything that's more important to an individual. If we have those very clearly defined plans for clients, we can assure that their interests are protected and that their wishes are upheld. Who should be involved in the planning is certainly professionals that can make sure that we formalize their wishes and that they're put into the appropriate documents. So that would be estate planning attorneys such as myself. And then also clients, it depends, it's case by case, but maybe they also have close relationships to other professionals that they've trusted over the years. Their financial planners, their CPAs, but I also think it's very important to create a core group that is surrounding the client and the individuals so that we can get to know each other early on and make a plan that's appropriate for that client. So that could include family members, caretakers, friends, people in the community, just so that we can make sure that we support them.
Amanda, what is Medicaid planning and when should that planning begin?
And Medicaid planning is really just part of the estate plan. What happens is that as people age, often they need greater medical care. And so whether they have medical care brought into their home or they have to move into assisted living or even a nursing care center, then we have to talk about long-term care planning and how are we going to afford this care that can be quite expensive. So sometimes people will have a long-term care policy, and I can work with their financial advisors to help identify what their needs are. But also, depending on the client's asset level and income level, they might qualify for Medicaid assistance. Medicaid is a federally and state funded program. It's a joint program between the federal and state governments. And it's really detailed how the clients may be able to qualify. And it's important to do it early because the government has what they call a 5-year look back period. They look at what's happened to their assets in the last 5 years. So the earlier, the better, really.
I'm hearing two key themes from you with each of these questions I ask, and it's one, early planning, and
Yes.
two, just pairing the financial and the legal aspects together and really making sure that that core support team is working together in our seniors' best interest.
Yes, that's correct. And one thing I want to emphasize again is that if you plan early and you have a plan, it just really avoids stress for the family members and the client later, or avoid a crisis. So we want to make sure that we clearly have articulated what the client's plan should be. And then that avoids court intervention. Hopefully, it will also avoid dynamic problems with dynamics among family members, which again can cause stress, for the client.
Amanda, COVID-19 has had some obvious impacts on our world. How have you seen seniors impacted?
It's been really heartbreaking. I think that seniors have been impacted more greatly than other groups. First of all, they're at higher risk for the virus, as we know, but they also are at higher risk for undue influence. There are a number of factors that are listed that can create a greater likelihood of undue influence. There's the death of a loved one, cognitive impairment, dependence on others, fearfulness, illness, isolation, and loneliness. And so we know that, seniors at many times during this pandemic, they're just not able to see family members, people that they're relying on, people that are checking in with them. And so it's created much greater vulnerability. And the best way to protect against the possible undue influence and make them less vulnerable is to create plans.
And the important thing is it's never too late to plan. So even if you don't have a plan in place right at this very moment, you can still start now and always move forward. I know there could be that hesitation or, sometimes that guilt or those feelings of, gosh, maybe I should have done this sooner, but that's okay. You can always start now. Amanda, thank you so much for sharing this information. For more information on elder law planning, head to Foster Swift's Elder Law blog at mielderlawblog.com.